Hello everyone at the microphone band, and this is in the first part of the story of the anime Parallel World Pharmacy. And guys, I know my English is so bad, but I hope you understand me. Well, subscribe to my channel and enjoy to watch this video. Kanji Yakutani works obsessively as a pharmacist, creating cures for diseases in memory of his sister, who died from a tumor. He dies in his sleep from overwork, but abruptly awakens in an alternate world as a boy named Pharma, the Médicis who is family, the Médicis, serves the royal family as doctors. Pharma is shocked to learn magic now as divine arts exist, and upon testing his powers, finds that he can summon all the elements of the periodic table using his knowledge of chemistry. Playing on the idea he has amnesia, he convinces his father Bruno to let him return to studying with his tutor Eleanor. He learns divine arts encompass earth, air, fire, water, and none, but none is extinct. He also learns no one can summon all the elements, as someone who can will be judged unnatural, so he keeps his skill hidden. Eleanor discovers that next to his all change in his personality, Pharma's magical capacity has increased almost to infinity. He possesses the divine eye that can detect all illness and injury, and his body no longer casts a shadow. Eleanor flees, believing him to be a monster. Look at this cool ram figure I found on Amazon. She is very cool. I leave a link to it in the description. Go ahead and buy. Pharma visits Eleanor at her home, but finds her terrified, and she believes him to be one of the Penectios, the gods who rule divine art. Pharma asks her to return to being his tutor, and he is still a novice, but will leave her alone if she wishes. Eleanor remembers the Penectios are benevolent beings, so being scarred is ridiculous. Practicing with divine eye, he diagnoses his mate Charlotte with eczema and creates a mysterious steroid cream. Also creates treatments for the other servants and their ailments who are overjoyed. Charlotte explains that the medicines only serve royalty, so the servants have never received treatment, and medicines from commoner doctors are expensive. Pharma decides to make medicines available for all social classes. Pharma's sister Blaine's contracts chickenpox. Pharma creates a treatment containing acyclovir, as well as an anti-itching ray containing azulin, but as no one in this world knows of these treatments, he makes Blaine promise to keep it secret. Blaine points out he was never this nice to her before, and Pharma cries as he remembers his original sister, Chi. Bruno is surprised at Blanche's quick recovery, but doesn't see suspicions. To better use his divine eye, Pharma creates a pocket-sized Louis Van Hook microscope. Bruno summons Pharma to join him in providing treatment to the Empress herself. They visit Empress Elizabeth, and Bruno concludes Elizabeth's condition will soon be fatal. Pharma secretly uses divine eye and diagnoses her with tuberculosis, known as White Death, so he claims to Elizabeth before all her physicians that he can save her. Ignoring Bruno's anger, Pharma privately summons modern drugs that treat tuberculosis. Bruno angrily claims no cure for White Death exists, so Pharma reveals Bruno is also suffering from White Death in its early stages. Bruno attacks Pharma to stop him, so Pharma separates them with an ice wall, revealing a glimpse of his powers. Bruno realizes Pharma is not the son he once knew, and is convinced the Penectios sent Pharma additional revelations. Using his pocket microscope, Pharma proves to the physician Elizabeth has tiny creatures in her lungs and explains the existence of bacteria. Convinced, Elizabeth agrees to take Pharma's medicine for the 6 months required. The physicians are immediately impressed by the microscope. Any implications of bacteria. Returning home, Bruno re-examines his own approach to medicine, as well as his feelings as a parent. Pharma asks Bruno to continue teaching him, as despite his powers, he must still learn to be a doctor. Surprised, Bruno agrees, accepts Pharma is still his son, and takes the medicines to cure his own tuberculosis. Pharma's treatment of Elizabeth is hailed as a miracle, but Bruno was his knowledge could be seen as heresy. He also informs Pharma someone may have infected Elizabeth on purpose. Noah, a patient Elizabeth court, informs Pharma that Elizabeth intends to reward him. Pharma decides he wants to open pharmacies that treat nobles and commoners. Elizabeth worries she is unfit to rule. Pharma convinces her she is still needed. Months later, with Elizabeth completely recovered, Bruno is awarded new lands, and Pharma is promoted to royal pharmacist and allowed to open a pharmacy in the capital. Pharma designs his ideal pharmacy, but due to talking to himself and other miscommunications, the pharmacy is accidentally named Parallel World Pharmacy. Almost immediately, Veron, head of the pharmacist guild, attempts to undermine Pharma and is furious his medicines will be cheap enough for commoners, but he is scared away by Eleanor before he can cause trouble. Pharma hires Charlotte as errand girl, but still requires someone to manage accounts and paperwork. Coincidentally, Bruno retires his own accountant, Cedric, due to his failing ability to walk, so Pharma hires Cedric while promising to trick his leg. Bruno gives Pharma a fortune in gold to help get the pharmacy going. Pharma correctly deduces Bruno Bruno deliberately retired Cedric to allow Pharma to hire him, and is grateful. In his first month, Pharma has only one customer, a sailor named G, who buys sweets made to cure scurvy. Bruno and Pharma's mother, Beatrice, visit, and Beatrice suggests selling cosmetics, but Bruno adamantly opposes face powder, a lady who uses it invariably die young. Pharma is impressed Bruno noticed. Primitive makeup often contains lead, toxic when applied to skin. Pharma suddenly receives a customer, the noble Chloe de Chitelan. He diagnoses her with anemia causes by blood clotting, a primitive procedure to make skin paler. Pharma creates a non-toxic makeup that moisturizes and prevents sunburn, with which Chloe is thrilled. Pharma is soon swamped by customers desperate for makeup of noble quality that is affordable. Chloe is so thankful she offers to finance and separate shop focus solely on cosmetics, with Pharma as manager and staffed by a young female pharmacist who all lost jobs due to having children. Pharma institutes policies of maternity leave which lure him the lady in instant loyalty. Elizabeth is impressed by the new makeup, especially lip gloss, and passes a law to ban the selling of lid-based makeup. She also advises selling his makeup recipes to the noble shops her new life will put out of business, and to slightly raise the price of his medicines so as not to put commoner pharmacists out of business by mistake. Both pieces of advice Pharma realize he should have out of himself. Pharma and his family visit Bruno new lands, the Duchy of Marseilles, which includes ports and farmland. At the beach, Pharma reminisces about visiting the beach in Japan with his sister Chi. Blanche is suddenly swept away by a riptide. Pharma swims after her, and his desperation activates power that splits the ocean and allow him to carry Blanche to safety along the ocean floor. Eleanor is shocked as Pharma's power with clarity, a negative attribute divine art. He didn't move the water, he deleted it from existence, which is impossible. Unfortunately, a witness informs the holy diocese and orders sent to every template to locate the boy with no shadow and assassinate him for heresy. Pharma returns to his pharmacy, where two priests watch him. The next morning, a horse and carriage breaks into the pharmacy, destroys their medicines, and fills the shop with deep mud. Bruno suspects someone is targeting the Médicis family. Pharma is touched when Gian and his crew, grateful for his anti-scurvy sweets, arrive to help clean up alone with other shop owners who volunteers as good neighbors. A woman suddenly arrives claiming her father is unwell. Pharma leaves to treat him, but is lured to a deserted field where he is confronted by a Daisy Inquisitor. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please subscribe to my channel. Well, you have been with you. See you later. Bye bye.